Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your mid-November 2018 general reading. These are energies that are going to follow you into November. I mean, if you will it so, you know. But in the description box below, if you guys have ever been curious about any of the cards I have ever used on my channel or the ones that I'm currently using, you can see my little Amazon store in the little description box below and whatnot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And all the cards are there as well as suggested reading materials. And like I told Pisces, if there's anything that you would like for me to suggest, I will make a wish list for you. So let me know in the comments anything you'd like me to suggest. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we're going to do an overall energy for you guys, like themes going into December. We're also going to look at your general energies. Then we're going to look at a quick little glimpse of love. We're going to get some overall energies and look at what you're thinking and feeling in reference to love, as well as a person of interest or a crosswatcher, what have you, and what's not or whatever. Then after that, we're going to throw out the dice of resonance for any extra little guidance. And if you guys remember the little soul cards that we used in the beginning of the month, now would be a super dope time to, take a gander at those to see if the messages that you got in the beginning of the month have any relevance. Now, in BTW, when I was shuffling before I turned the camera on, Surrender to Divine Timing popped out for you guys. So, we're going to go ahead and pick another card. So, Spirit, give us clear. Well, I mean, I was going to say the whole thing of the clear and direct guidance for Aquarius. But, you know, since you're doing your thing, I'm not going to hate on you, you know. It's cool. I wanted to say my little spiel, but clear and direct guidance for Aquarius, Spirit, because I know you're good for it. Anyway, first card we have is Surrender to Trust. It says, trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Last, surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. This is very interesting. So, the sense that I get first, right? The first thing I saw, it's a story someone told me. And it's like, okay, there's times in your life like when you have to just jump off of the cliff, right? Because there's you can't go backwards and you can't go forward, you know, per se, because you're at a cliff. So there's no bridge or anything, right? So sometimes you have to jump off of the cliff, right? But the key is life brought you to the space that's your only option. And it seems like a death wish. But the truth is, immediately after jumping off the cliff, and we're saying you have a parachute. Got to throw that part in there. So you're not literally plummeting to your death. So you have a parachute, right? So when you first jump off the cliff, even though, you know, you let go of your parachute, at first you may bump against the side of the cliff. Your leg may scrape against some rocks, right? And suddenly, in that moment, you start to think maybe this really wasn't a great idea, because the initial expectation was to jump off of the cliff, to release my parachute, and to soar, right? But you're hitting the rocks. So that's like that temporary moment of doubt, right? So where I'm seeing this in trust and how that's kind of pinging on that divine timing is I feel like you guys are in a place right now where you're brushing against the side of this mountain and you're thinking that what you thought was the best option isn't really the best option. And this could have to do with, I'm hearing, distancing yourself from certain family members, certain friends, maybe leaving a relationship behind. And right now, I don't want to say you're like in a dark place, but you're feeling regretful. Like maybe you made a mistake, right? But where divine timing is important is because as you're brushing against the side of this cliff, the only thing that we're waiting for is that good gust of wind to come, right? To hit your parachute and to lift you up and off to where it is that you're going. So I feel like where you guys are right now energetically is like in a liaison space, right? So what it is you guys are seeing right now is like the transition into where it is that you're going, but you just have to trust yourself, right? And I feel like another thing is the spirit is kind of letting this come up because for a lot of people, what I've been getting a lot of readings is like everybody's dealing with the like the residue from the cycle that's ended with everyone. So it's kind of those last bits of fear or false core beliefs or the remnants of things that have held you back for a very long time. So it's kind of like it's sort of kind of like a test, but not really. It's just kind of like that final look at your old life, you know, like a little glimpse, you know, like a little montage, so to speak, an energetic montage. Because in so many ways, you know that you made the right choice, but I feel like the source of why you're doubting right now is because that thought that when you made this decision, it was going to be instant abundance, and right now it's looking like a lot of lack, and that's scaring you because you left the last situation, regardless of what that was, because, you know, it's a general reading, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, because I distinctly heard family. But it's like you separated yourself because it was, you know, toxic. It was lack, you know, there was no reciprocity. It was more giving and more you giving and more being taken from. And it's almost the fear now of almost like buyer's remorse of like, I made this big ho-hum and stuff isn't working out for me. But that's not going to last long. Just want you to know that. So if you've been in a place of kind of doubt, thinking that you made the wrong decision, you didn't. But Spirit is allowing this to happen to kind of bring that greatest fear to the surface of being without, or for some of you being alone. You know what I mean? Or not trusting your decision making. You know, feeling like you may not know what's best for yourself, right? But you know that gust of wind is coming. You just have to trust the process and trust your decision, you know, because everything as it stands right now for you guys is as it should be. So no worries, okay? I love your face. So Spirit, now I'm gonna say it. Can I get clear and direct guidance for my Aquarius babes, because I love them so much, for their lives? Any insight that they need, anything that will empower them, give them insight into any conflicting situations, and contribute to their highest good from the middle of November going into December, you know? Anything in favor of their highest good, Spirit, that will help them on their path and their journey, and what's not for whatever. Clear and direct guidance, please, Spirit. Give me the ability to interpret these messages in a way that makes sense. We're always going to hope for that. Been asking Spirit before I started these readings to give me the ability to cut bone from marrow, dagnabbit son of a gun. It's real out here. Anyway, central energy. A man holding a coin. Interesting. Challenged by the thinking man. That's an interesting challenge nonetheless. Past influence is the sun in reverse. Oh yeah, you were not happy. Immediately before you is the storm warning in reverse, which means the worst is over, my bae. Yeah. See this? This little tornado of life, y'all went through that. So whatever it is that you coming out of that left you very unhappy, you know what I'm saying? The worst is over, you know? The clouds will dissipate. This is just a little temporary thing here. What's above you? Come through, Spirit. Come through. The World card. It's a new cycle. Y'all are under a new energy, man. But I do get the sense that y'all kind of feel like, I thought this was a new cycle. I don't feel like a new cycle. It's just temporary. Below you is It's adjacent possibilities in reverse. This is where that belief in scarcity, that lack mentality is coming in. So this is like a core belief that's rising to the surface. But the reason why it's rising to the surface is because just like this good old thinking man is doing, you getting clarity on this stuff. It's just like I said over here with you guys, oracles. It's like what you guys are looking at now, this doubt that you've had, or feeling like your worst fears are being realized, or you may have jumped from the pot to the frying pan type of deal. It's letting you know that in so many ways for a very long time, the lack of success that you've had in whatever area of your life, whether it's financially or what have you, a lot of that has been rooted in these self-imposed limitations, right? So it's almost like there's always been a plethora of options available to you, but for a lot of time you haven't been able to see them, right? And it's just because of having a limited perspective, you know, whatever that's rooted in, you know? But, like, meaning your belief in scarcity, so your lack mentality, whatever that's rooted in. Y'all know I always go back to childhood, root chakra, transgenerational trauma and things, you know, I'm always gonna go there. Because at the end of the day, I always find that when you boil things down to their bare essence, that's where those themes begin themselves. You know, that's what shapes and molds us, shapes and molds our perspective and the lens that we view life through. But it just takes some time. It's not really like looking at it from an external sense, but it's listening for the words behind the words, listening to the soul of, you know, pathologies and patterns to be able to make that connection between the two. So a lot of times with a lack mentality, it's growing up never having enough, or, you know, literally not having enough. And that can be in any sense. That could be in an emotional sense. It could be in, you know, a financial sense, a myriad of different things. So a person can get so accustomed to their life going a specific way that you have completely shut off possibilities that you wouldn't even consider, you know, because of that lens. So if you're a glass, like you wear glasses, or even if you wear sunglasses, when you're looking through those sunglasses, everything's tinted. But when you look in your peripherals, it's like, you know, if you wear regular glasses, like my blind self, you don't see nothing when you look out of your peripherals, right? You don't see jack, it's just blurry. For those wearing sunglasses, it's tinted, but you can see clear here, right? So that's kind of what it is that you're looking through. It's like it's a skewed perspective. So there are things that existed over here that you never even thought about looking at because that just was never in the range of vision, right? But now I feel like Spirit is opening up your range of vision, and you're seeing things that you once never considered or once never thought were possible are now possible. And it may even be a lifestyle. Because looking at the man with the coin, I feel like if you're an Aquarius male, it's like a job opportunity or money that you came into. And it's almost a fear. And I sense a little bit of a fear of success too. It's almost like, and a little hoardy energy too. So it's almost like things are going so good, waiting for the ball to drop, you know? Like stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me, you know? So it's like a fear. So it's almost like being given a gift and being too afraid to do something with it because of this belief that's saying it doesn't last that long. Like, enjoy it while it lasts because, you know, somebody coming to take this stuff tomorrow, you know? For Aquarius women, I feel like this could be like a job opportunity. This could be child support, back payments for some people. I don't know why child support is coming up so much. And usually, I never usually get messages on that. I think it's like the second or third time that I've heard something with child support. So that could be, you know, that coming in. It could be lawsuits, anything of the sort. And for both of you, it could be a job offer for both Aquarius men and women. You know what I mean? But, and then for some of you, ooh, I hope you're doing good at your job. Because for some of y'all, I feel like there's it's either a boss or like maybe a director of another department or something, and they're watching you because they're considering you for a promotion, you know, and that's gonna come with a pay increase, it may be like changing departments or something, but I feel like this person is kind of watching how you work. So before they even ever approach you, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of watching how you work before they make a decision, right? Another thing that's important for you guys as well is if you're kind of unsure of where this leg mentality comes from, or why you find yourself oftentimes in toxic relationships, or why you don't trust yourself, or why you don't trust your judgment, right? A huge important thing about that is tuning into your intuition and your connection with spirit, right? Because, and I've been getting this message a lot too, it's like this cycle that a lot of people are going into. A key point of your success in this cycle is going to be trusting your own judgment and being able to determine when you're hearing from spirit, like following that inner GPS. And that's what's going to continue your success. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like, I feel like with y'all, I don't know, it's like if y'all got messed over on something, I just really feel like you're getting your just due. Like what is owed to you, if you've been screwed over a lot in the recent past, or even like in marriages or friendships or whatever, people stole money from you, you know, caught you with the okie doke, you unfairly were fired from a job, things of the sort. The important thing to notice here, you guys are under a new energy, right? To tune into these things that you know were issues in the past, like on your end, not really so much what other people did. But like I said, it's like if it's a thing where, wow, I notice every love relationship I get in, the person's kind of toxic, or what I do kind of have that tendency to think stuff like that can't have people to me, happen to people like me. So it's kind of taking stuff like that, looking at it, examining it, refreshing yourself with lessons and things that you've learned from past situations, and kind of putting that in the back pocket to take with you into this new cycle, and working on tuning in with spirit, and always keeping in mind like your highest vision of yourself and for your life, like the end goal, who you see yourself as, where you see yourself being, always keeping that in mind, because a lot of what you manifest going forward is going to be intrinsically related to that. So kind of like that old saying that says, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right? It's more or less like that. So what's extremely important is tuning in with spirit. But those of you at the job, with the iron your shirt, okay, comb your hair, you know, put a little lipstick on or something, and be at that keyboard or whatever it is you do, and, you know, overachieve, you know. And I feel like who I'm talking to, you kind of felt this, because it's somebody that's roaming around your office or your cubicle or something that don't usually be up in there, and you've been asking yourself, why are they on my floor? What are they doing? You know? Trying to see if you're doing your job, right? So heads up on that. But most important thing to note is that the worst is over. Hear that, believe that, receive that, embrace that, know that, right? The worst is over. It's like you've seen the worst of this. There is no ball that's going to drop. You're literally under a new energy, and things are about to get a lot better for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So there's a myriad of possibilities that are open to you. It's just about opening your range of vision to see them. My sweet, precious Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? I love your face. I do. So, now we're going to look at your little romantic energy. And like I said, this is just a little glimpse. Because, you know, y'all had y'all little love reading. But this is just a little glimpse about you and a person of interest, or crosswatcher, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say person of interest, you know. Let me take, so we're going to look at what you're thinking and feeling. We're going to look at what they thinking and feeling and stuff. I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't come out that this is a boss that wants to give you a promotion because they're trying to get fresh with you and what's not, or whatever. But I don't know why this other energy I'm kind of sensing, which is interesting. I don't know. I feel like y'all don't know this is going on, and this I don't think this is for everyone. But y'all don't know this is going on, but it's almost like There's a older male, and I guess I would say an older male and a mature male. So the mature male, I'm seeing like a grayish hair kind of guy, like 60s or 70s, you know, like an older person. And then a dude who's probably like in his mid to late 50s. I don't know who these people are to you, but it's almost like they're in cahoots, you know? And I don't know why I feel like, now this is weird, I don't really feel like they're alive. Right? At least not in a physical body sense. I mean, you know, because when we transition, we're still very much alive. More alive than we are here. But I don't know who those people are to you, but it's like they're in cahoots. And it's funny to me because the energy is just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a father and a son or something. But it's like the way that they interact with each other is hilarious. It's almost as like I see it like, and they're silly. It's like they have senses of humor, okay? But it's almost like you're going through life and doing stuff, and like, it's like one of them will be over here, and they're like, that's like how I see them interacting with each other. So this is so funny. So that's going on around you. But whatever it is they're doing, it's like, you know, you lose your stapler at work, and like the other guy's like, staples for that. They're looking, wait. As if anyone could see them, right? It's like, is there a medium that works here? Let's make sure. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing like, if you see little, this is so hilarious. This is funny. So if you see little things, like if you have thought you might have been going a little kooky, like if little stuff is moved, or if you're looking for something and before you, like, you know, you're looking for your car keys before you go to work and before you just go ape, it's like they turn up somewhere. That's what that's about. And little things that you find on the floor, like dropped in your path, it's like, I don't know, I'm seeing a quarter, like on your, so it's like you don't, like a person who doesn't carry change, right? And you get in your car and there's like a quarter by your gas pedal, right? And it's like, where did that come from? Was it stuck to my shoe? Like, stuff like that. But, so I don't know who those dudes are, but they're helping you out. So I don't know if that's like your guides or if that's like family members or something, but they're funny. They're very funny. That's very interesting. To see people interact like that. That's okay. That's what's up. So anyway, enough of that. I don't think that's for everybody. But I feel like describing them you would know. Because, and I really think it may be a father and son. I don't know. Or, I mean, it could be brothers. Because if we got somebody in their 70s and someone in their 50s. So if it's someone that passed, I would say that they passed around those ages. Even if it wasn't around each other, you know. But they passed, like, I don't even want to say as far as 80s, like early 70s to mid 70s, and the other guy is like 55 to like 60. So like in that range. But, yeah, it's funny. They're funny. It's like sidekicks or something. It's hilarious. But anyway, we're going to pick some love energies for you. Now I'm nosy. I want to know what that's about, because that is just funny. I'm going to stop looking at them because it's kicks and it's funny. It's making me laugh. It's taking my focus off of what I'm doing. Like, what are y'all doing? Anyway, so we're going to get 2 more cards for your love energy. The first card that you guys have is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Well, there goes divine timing again. Next we have is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And I know that's always like a tough energy for people to see, because the thing I always say is when it comes to forgiving your parents, right? It's not necessarily saying that your parents were bad people, you know what I'm saying, or they were horrible parents. It's just the fact that, you know, we all make judgments about our childhood. Some of us had parents that were helicopter parents. They were a little too involved, and we wish they were a little less involved. Then we have some parents that might have worked a lot, and you wish that they were around more, went to these soccer games, whatever. But however it pans out for you, or if you really had parents that were just really not there for you, whatever the case may be, whatever, you know, you wish your childhood would have been better. A lot of times, just out of respect for our parents, we're just like, oh, you know, I know my mom and dad did the best that they can do. That's true. But, you know, it's unfair to yourself to pretend or deny that it didn't affect you. Whether it was, like I said, with them being too involved, you know, that's very possible. But whatever the case may be, it's family issues. And like I said, with that whole root chakra thing and the lack mentality and how that could have been energetic or financial, that's kind of what's pinging to me now. But it's needing to kind of face that. That's the reason why all of that's coming up now. Because Spirit wants you to deal with that. So in the event that the dudes that I'm seeing, if that's like a parent that has passed or something of the sort, it's like, you know, if you felt as if they, like, I don't know, if you weren't able to say, like, you weren't there when they passed, or you weren't able to say, like, I'm sorry, or I love you, or what have you, and that kind of has you feeling kind of stuck, you know, home dude looking out for you on the other side, you know, with your pawpaw or something, you know, whoever else that is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they know, you know? They know. So if that's something that's kind of been holding you back, is feeling, you know, not being able to speak to their parent before they pass, is like, they already moving staplers and stuff for you, so leaving quarters in your car and things of the sort. It's funny. So that's one side of that. And for others of you guys, I'm hearing one group of people where it's like you're single and you're tired of being single. You know what I'm saying? And you're kind of borderlining on, you know, what's going on here, blah, blah, blah. You know, maybe even trying to resolve to like, oh, I'm just going to be alone type of deal. It's like, know that, especially with you being an Aquarius and your, you know, alien awesomeness as an Aquarius, you know, they don't make them like you no more. Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? So for a suitable counterpart, for such an amazing being as yourself, you know, you don't just come across that every day, you know? But divine timing is on your side, you know? So you're going to meet the right person in due time. But it's like, you know, you're not going to have like a plethora of people that can vibe with you like that. You know what I'm saying? But in the event when that does happen, some of you guys, and I feel bad for pointing out dudes, but hey, that's what I heard in my head. For Aquarius dudes, there may be like a chick that you're digging on, but you're not doing a really good job at saying that you like her, and she's starting to have a little doubt if you do, you know. This might be somebody you just started dating. So, you know, handle that, you know. And I kind of feel like for you guys, I don't know, your family just wasn't very emotional. Y'all didn't use emotional verbiage. It was like a very intellectual connection. And I think it's kind of hard for you to say what you're feeling from a heart space because you really don't know how, you know? But I think that that's something that that Spirit can help you with. Hold on, I gotta move my leg, y'all. Alright. There we go. Alright. Oh. Anywho, so thinking for Aquarius, oh, indifference. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Oh, this is the Tarot Sexual Magic, by the way. This deck is the devil. It's making me get all kinds of messages I don't usually get. But anywho, with the 8 of Pentacles, right? There's an indifference, but I see that's you. Express your love. So the indifference is like you're thinking about the fact that you see that your partner or person of interest, what have you, sort of kind of detached. You know what I'm saying? And what's needed is like a soft, you know, gesture of love. So you see how like home dude, like home girl all in her head and things, and he's just like, here's a little flower that I'm going to caress your leg with, right? Something in that energetic sense. Not nothing that's big or huge. It's just something that shows I care, right? Because right now, homegirl is like, I thought he was really digging me, you know, and I don't really think he's into me that much. So I feel like you notice a disconnect with them. But I feel like this is more or less telling you that this disconnect is coming because I think they're thinking you're not as interested, right? So just a little something to let them know that you care to re-engage here, you know? So what you're feeling is the Six of Pentacles in reverse, right? So it's feeling like, well, that explains it. Well, I guess I just explained it to you. So you feeling like, you know, this person isn't giving anything, right? So it's almost like you feel as if you're giving and they're not. And then for some of you, it could literally be that you feel that this person is giving and you're not giving, right? So the thing that you need to be thinking about is you actually doing something to bring this person out of this indifferent space, because they're legit feeling a disconnect, and they're assuming that it's more or less in the sense of, you know, you not being interested anymore, right? And especially for those of you who may have been in toxic relationships in the past, right? And being used to this, like in the past, you guys are used to, and that may be a little triggering for you too. Like the fact that this person has like a passive kind of indifference, it's because they're trying to protect their heart because they feel you're about to like pull away and deuce out. But the thing is for you is that you're really actually scared because you have a history of toxic relationships on some stuff, right? But the thing that Spirit is saying here, right? Addressing these issues related to back then, like we talked about before, do a little gesture to show this person that you're interested, right? And it's like, I feel like in a sense, it's either that you know, but I feel that's for very few people, because that would be kind of jerky if you knew that they're feeling that way. I mean, unless you just didn't know how to express it. Now Princess is telling you how to, you know? And then for others of you, I think you may be, I don't want to say misconstruing it, but I think that this person's indifference is triggering you and it's making you pull back even more. You know what I'm saying? So you're feeling like there's an imbalance with you guys, but literally, like, I'm telling you what it is. It's all of the stuff we discussed in this reading. It's a lot to do with fear. It's a lot to do with toxic relationships that are tied to family kind of stuff, right? And some of you just not knowing how to express your emotions, you know? But I feel like with this person, they would understand. And to not let this indifference or, you know, whatever you feel that's kind of imbalanced, and I'm treading lightly when I say that because I'm not saying like the person's not giving to you at all, but the people I'm talking to, I don't get the sense that this is like toxic, like this is an unrequited love type of thing. I'm not feeling it. But it's just this whole, if you want to see, like whatever it is you want to see, like do that. And I feel like you doing that gesture is going to kind of, you know, soften that person up. So it's like you need to put a little work in to get you a little balance, you know? Anyway, what your person is thinking. We have the Six of Chalices. They're thinking back on happier times when things were really passionate with y'all and things, you know? Because, you know, at first, maybe you guys kind of, I don't know, I get the sense that it was like this passionate type of whirlwind thing going on there. But it's like they're thinking back to times when they felt that connection and they're sad, you know? It's like they're thinking about, like, what the hell happened? I thought he liked me or she liked me or what have you. I don't know why I'm talking to, like, just Aquarius dudes. I feel a lot of dudes for some reason. What she's feeling is the Two of Wands. She wants to make plans with you for the future. She want to break bread with you, man. You know what I'm saying? The chick digs you. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, so it's a desire to connect with you, right? To experience you, you know? To feed the fire in her soul that burns for you, Aquarius. You know, all that good stuff. But it's really wanting to plan for the future. It's really she, I don't know why I keep saying she, but, or he, you know, however this resonates. But I just really feel like I'm talking to a lot of dudes right now. But it's like she really sees herself with you. And I feel like right now she's in a place where she's really scared because it's like I feel like she was so sure, you know? She was so sure, like, this is it for me. So I think for her, like, this was like clouds parted. She was waiting on that dude, and then that dude, i.e. you, or gal, walks in, you know? But I just feel like this stuff, this residue that you're going through made you kind of pull back, you know? It's a little bit of fear. But trust the process, because the way it's looking for me, you know, this person is legit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of stuff in your life is about to go forward. So it's almost as if, I don't know, dog. Everything you knew in the past, your money problems in unhealthy partnerships, I feel like that's legit. Like with the storm warning in reverse, the worst is over. Like that's not a part of your life anymore. This is a whole new energy. And you got a bomb chick, you know, or dude. I usually talk to females first, but for some reason, I don't know, Aquarius dudes, y'all up. Oh, I feel just your big burly dudeness just breathing like, tell him this. Like, that's what I feel, you know? But anyway, yeah, man. It's like, this is a person that's pretty dope. So, make your little gesture. Let her know you care, because I feel like she's really sad right now. And feeling almost as if she may have lost out on you, you know? So, I'm put that woman through that girl code. Now I gotta take up for her and stuff. Doing that to her. Tell her how you feel. Dag nabbit, son of a gun. Whatever she likes. You know? Man, because this chick she drinking, this is a, you know, personal New Orleans thing here. She got that old school, like, hardcore coffee pot that we use down here. Like that little sucker right there. You know? You don't even have filters in that thing. The filter is made out of metal. And that makes black coffee blacker than black that you ever seen in your life. You know? It's like real thick. You know, you put the grinds in there. You put the little percolator thing on top and let the water drip down, and it catches in a little well, and that is some thick coffee. You know? Can't get that nowhere. You come to my house, you can get some. But anyway, we're going to throw out the dice of resonance to get any additional guidance from my Aquarius sisters. If you don't know what the dice of resonance is, because you're a new Subbie, welcome, new Subbie. This is an art project I did. It has all 12 zodiac signs, clarifiers of like sun, moon, rising, different roles people can play in your life. And oh, you also have the opportunity to ask a yes or no question. So if you want to ask a yes or no question, go ahead and pause me now and think of that question. Because the options that you can get are yeses and nos, or time-sensitive answers. In the event that a time-sensitive answer comes out, you would take that as a yes in the time frame in which it would happen, right? So I don't interpret these. I just throw them out, just kind of like if you were on the fence, like, is this reading about me? But I be getting all in your business so much, you know. I don't really be thinking that's much of a question, but, you know, a little extra something. Crush, Gemini, Aquarius, Venus or female. A lot of Aquarius dudes are actually watching me in real life. And the answer is yes with an exclamation point. Yes. You know? So, yeah. Make the gesture. Do it. Little air signs and things, you know, whatnot. Or whatever. So, yeah, her Venus, or his, whatever, the person's Venus, could be in Gemini or Aquarius. Or we could be talking about a female that is a Gemini and an Aquarius, or, you know, however it falls for you. You know what I'm saying? But, Aquarius, that has been your mid-November 2018 general reading. And what's not 12 is ever. I love your face. It's been a pleasure. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know who those dudes are, please, because they're funny. But, other than that, I will see you guys sooner than later. I love your freaking faces. Deuces!